Okay, Nick here, continuing on the topic of plans and future tenses. Here we are introducing a new difference in nuance between the meaning of be going to and will. Again, we will start with a sample conversation showing the two different grammar forms in use so that we can notice the different meanings. The following conversation takes 2 slides. Please go ahead and read it through to be sure you understand the meaning. You will, of course, need to pause for each page. Now continue and read through everything again, noticing how will and be going to are used in each situation. You should be able to see that in this conversation, the going to plus verb pattern is used in a similar fashion to part 1. That is, the action has already been decided. But what about will plus verb? These people used the will plus verb form when they suddenly decided to do something, usually in response to somebody's comment or request. Here's an example from the second part of the conversation. Okay, maybe you can go back and read through once again to see how that works. The following slide shows another conversation to show the same point. Read through the conversation and try to notice how the language patterns are used. In the next conversation, every pattern concerning the people's plans is incorrect. Everything is wrong. If you read it through and change the patterns in each case, you should see that the meaning becomes clear. Pause the video until you have noticed all the mistakes, and in the next slide, we'll discuss why each point is wrong. There is the first mistake highlighted. Alan is busy because he's already planning to go to the printing room. It should be, I'm going to take these papers. And here, Bill has just decided to go with Alan. He should say, I'll go with you. Again, Bill has just decided to do something. So he should say, I'll get them for you. Now Bill explains that he has a plan with Jack to go for a drink. This was already decided before, so he should say, Jack and I are going to have a drink in the bar. And here, Alan has just heard the information about Bill and Jack's plan, and he has just decided to go with them. So he should say, I'll have a drink with you. The points we have studied in this lesson are guidelines, not rules. Sometimes we just don't follow the guidelines in natural conversation. For example, it is possible to say, I think I'm going to take a rest, or maybe I'm going to go to university next year. There's only a small change of nuance. The second point is for simple facts about the future, such as the arrival time of an airplane or the date of a national holiday, we usually use will. It's not our plan. Here's another thing about a long list, and it's more about style than logic. If we are telling a long story or giving a long list of actions we plan to do, we usually change between the two future forms because the style, always using the same form, is not so good in English. And the next point is about predictions. In case we make predictions such as it's going to rain, both future forms may also be used. Again, the going to plus verb form usually indicates we are more sure about something that we think is going to happen. And one more point, as we noted in part 1, it is very common in conversation to use the present progressive verb form instead of going to plus verb. For example, I'm going home after class is a very natural way to speak about one's intention. Or, if you remember the very first slide on this show, we're having a party this weekend. So that's it for this lesson. Thanks for studying with me. If you like the lessons, please like and subscribe.